We got food at home all 2023. Let's go. So this whole recipe is pivoting around the Aldi's lobster ravioli, but we gonna judge it up a little bit. So you see I put the oil with the butter so it don't burn. Put my aromatics, I split it. It's easier to split it if you cut it first and then use your knife. Make sure you clean them. They nasty, just like shrimp. You gotta take the vein out, put it under some water, and then you're good to go. And of course, after I split them, I am going to season them. Perfect seafood seasoning, lemon pepper, and Old Bay or Cajun seasoning. That's my favorite. Now I'm adding garlic. Put the garlic in last so it don't burn with your peppers and onions. And then you're going to I like to put my lobster in the pan. It builds up some flavor. So my sauce will have some seafood taste to it. And then also, that lobster is going to get a good coating of the garlic, the onion, and the bell pepper. So it just brings in a lot of flavor doing it this method. I do not cook it all the way. You don't want it to curl up and be rubbery. So I'm just going to get a nice good flavoring on both sides. And then I'm going to remove it from the pan and then proceed with the rest of my recipe. So it's real clutch to use this Dijon mustard. It's an emulsifier and it's just going to give you a good taste. Trust the process. It might seem weird for some, but it's actually pretty common to using these type of pan sauces. Now I'm going to add some water. You're going to see why I don't add stock because I use the bouillon paste. But if you're using stock, that's cool. You can omit the bouillon paste and just use stock instead. Now I'm going to start doing the base seasoning. Be mindful of your salt. This is the very beginning. You don't want to go too heavy. None of this stuff is really salty. And then also I'm going to put a good amount of cream. I always use what I have. You know what I'm saying? So I don't go buy anything. Instead of shallots, I had a half a red onion. So that's how that got in there. I had some frozen bell peppers from my garden from summer. That's what went in there. You can also use white wine. I didn't have any on hand. But what you will notice me doing, I do add some kind of acid. So if you don't use white wine, you can use lemon or lime. You can use orange. I had lime on hand, and I think it's just underrated. Everyone use lemon. Try lime juice the next time. Now, this is actually Asiago cheese. I didn't have Parmesan. Again, I use what I have on hand. Now, those are the Aldi lobster raviolis. Good price. Now, keep in mind, because I didn't use stock and I used the bouillon, I use a very small amount. It is very salty, but that lobster one is slapping. Get you some. I can never find out. They'll get on Amazon, but it's a game changer. I use it all the time, even in like seafood boils. It's dope. So I'm gonna add some spinach. I had some on hand. Now I'm not being sloppy purposefully. I'm adding some of that starch water to my pan as I put the raviolis in there, just so it can thicken up as I cook down the raviolis. I finished them. Light cooked them. I'm gonna finish them in the pasta sauce, and then I'm gonna add back my lobsters to finish cooking. You see they're straight. That's because they're not overcooked. They should have a small bend. They shouldn't look like shrimps. That means you overcooked it. And voila, here we go. Let's go.